Hello, welcome to Two Hopped Broads. What's going on, Trixie?
I'm pouring beer.
Yes.
Pouring beer.
I'm Dee, and that's Trixie. Pouring beer.
Yes.
And we're starting this podcast with a little song I wrote.
All right, I can't wait to hear it.
Where in the world did these beers come from?
Yay! I love it.
Thank you. I'm going on tour.
Next time you need a guitar.
I do.
Okay. I got a ukulele. Guitar.
Yay!
You can choose.
That's awesome.
We could put on Hawaiian Lays and just come up with our own little
Come on, I want to lay ya.
Yeah.
So we are doing beers from Michigan today.
Yes. So, first Michigan beer. I just poured it, and it's the color red. I love it. It's a bloody beer, and it's not a beer like built to go with Bloody Marys. Like, they've actually brewed it to taste like a Bloody Mary. It's from Short's Brewing Company, because they make crazy things.
Shorts had the strawberry shortcake one. Lots of different flavored beers from them.
This one's 7% alcohol, so a little up there. And it's brewed with Roma tomatoes. Think about that. Black peppercorns, celery seed, horseradish, and dill. So everything you'd put in a Bloody Mary, they actually dumped into the base of the beer.
That is so cool.
I know. And I'm surprised it still totally tastes like a Bloody Mary. Totally tastes like a Bloody Mary, but it does have like that beer edge to it. It does hold just a little bit of malts to keep it in the category, you know?
The tomato is really sticks out a lot.
I'm thinking the peppercorns are the thing that sticks out the most for me. It's definitely got a little spice to it. Not spice, just peppery.
I want to throw some olives in here and pickled asparagus.
No olives, just pickles.
Are you anti-olive?
Yes. I like the dilly beans.
Okay, I'll accept that.
I like asparagus. I love having pickled asparagus in my Bloody Mary. I'm not an olive person. Cheese. I like the cheese put in there.
Yeah, we could put some
Shrimp.
cheese in here. Oh.
Shrimp?
You eat shrimp?
I do.
It's okay. I'm shocked.
Forgive me.
They're ugly little creatures, though.
Yeah, no, they're totally ugly. I won't shell them, but I'll eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't. If I have to shell them, then I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to pass. That happened on our honeymoon. I ordered a shrimp dish, and these giant shrimp that literally just got ripped out of the ocean got put on top of my bowl, and I was like,
what is this?
I know. I kind of looked at it, and Chris looked at me, and he goes, you're not going to crack that, are you? I'm like, nope.
Not happening.
I'm not.
Did you know that shrimp, the vein that goes out the back, the poop vein?
It's poop.
They call that the mud vein, and that's where the band Mudvayne got their name from. Thank you, good night.
That's disgusting.
Thanks.
I love people.
Story time's always great. This does taste like a Bloody Mary, though. I almost want a beer back for the Bloody Mary beer.
I know. Where's the spotted cow with this?
Right, yeah, for real.
I love having a spotted cow with a Bloody Mary. I think that's the perfect combo.
I love so many beers with Bloody Marys, though, and you're going to hate me for this. I like Busch Light as my back for Bloody Mary.
Ew.
I do like the spotted cow, too. Don't you ew me.
I can't, and I will. Because you're drinking Busch Light.
Tastes good with a Bloody Mary. I'm so judgy.
Because it's Busch Light.
It's not. You gotta hydrate somehow, right?
Yeah, I suppose. That's a good way to look at it. Beer water. All right, this is from Odd Sides Ales. It's from Grand Haven, Michigan, and they're fairly new in the store, actually. They're just new to Wisconsin. This is a Citra Pale Ale, 5.75% alcohol, so super drinkable. Citra hops are put into it. It's really just crisp. It's bright flavor, but like a tropical grapefruity brightness. And then on the opposite side, it's just like a classic pine. I feel like it's a California.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's nice.
I know, isn't that
nice?
That's
very quenching.
Just bright, tropical, and piney crisp at the end. Awesome.
Yeah, that is not a super bitter ending at all on there.
No.
Oh, I dig that a lot.
Not at all.
Oh man, I could pound a few.
Lots of grapefruit though. I think grapefruit and the lemon are definitely the
Man, that is juicy.
top flavors in there. Yeah, totally.
That's fantastic. I'm drinking this whole thing.
I know, it's so drinkable. I know, I just want like a whole pint of it.
So who is this now? Oddside Ales.
Oddside Ales, Grand Haven, Michigan. So, yeah, new to the scene. They've been around for a while, but first time in Wisconsin. They've got like a hipster brunch stout. It's got maple coffee and bacon. It's kind of one of their weird ones. And they've got a few other like IPAs and variations of hoppy beers and stuff like that. All of their packaging is in cans so far, so super convenient for traveling purposes and stuff, especially when you've got something so drinkable as like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so convenient. Camping just like sparks in my mind immediately.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yay!
Totally. Oh my gosh, awesome. Yeah, you can smell that Citra right away when you open it up.
Oh, totally. I love the can too. It's a bright yellow can with like a cherry blossom seed tree in it, so like total contrast of colors and just prettiness and
Very hip, as it were. I want to try that breakfast beer you were talking about from them. That
I'll try to
sounds
get my hands on
fantastic.
it.
That sounds awesome. All right, so we're going to drink more of that Oddside Ales. Remember that one.
Oh, totally.
All right, what is next?
Next, can't talk about Michigan without talking about New Holland Brewery.
Okay.
So, New Holland Brewery, this is Hoptronix. I totally love the label of this. Total 80s video game.
Yeah, like Space Invaders.
Space Invader. Yeah, total Space Invader, top to it. This one is a double IPA. Hoptronix, 9% alcohol. So,
I put a pretzel in my mouth. I forgot we were recording.
we're such professionals.
Yeah, that's the first thing I think of. Very professional.
Hey, we got glasses lined up. We've got our pretzels to balance out our taste buds. We're doing good.
Need that. Pairings, what is that first word?
Pairings?
What does that say? Charcuterie? What the hell is that?
I think it's a kind of cheese. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, stinky cheese and salted caramel.
I love having a computer while we're doing this.
You know, stinky cheese was my nickname in high school.
How the hell does someone get a nickname like that?
I'm kidding, it wasn't.
Oh, I was like, I want to cry for you right now.
Give me a little bit of
I
credit.
could tell you mine awful nicknames, but I think I'll just keep that to myself.
This is pretty damn smooth for a double IPA.
So the word we can't pronounce is a branch of cooking devoted to preparing meat products such as bacon, ham, sausage, pâtés, a bunch of French meat. So, yeah, so...
That's why we didn't know it.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
we're the smartest people in the world.
Well, because I'm never going to know that. I want to hear it being said. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Now we're smart. We've learned something today. Doesn't that feel good?
I put the cooter in charcuterie.
That's terrible.
I know, right?
Every time I'm with you, you say something terrible.
Yeah, I'm a model of consistency.
You sure are, my friend. Let's get back to Hoptronix.
Okay.
So it pairs with charcuterie, stinky cheese, and salted caramel. That's definitely different ends of the spectrum as far as that, but I can totally tell why, because I've just taken a sip. This is a really dank IPA. It's really smooth. It's got a sweeter end to it, but it's pretty dank, especially in like the aroma. I'm wondering if the aroma is taking it over. But I really like it. I could drink this. I wish it wasn't 9%. I would drink this all day long.
Very true. It is.
This is good.
I thought it'd have a drier finish than it does.
Yeah,
I like
it
it a
surprises
lot.
me. It totally ends on a sweeter note.
Yeah. What beers would I know from New Holland Brewing?
Okay, so right off the bat is Dragon's Milk. Everyone knows Dragon's Milk, and they have like 6 to 10 variants of it. Every year before the Great Taste, or I should say 2 years in a row now, Growlers to Go has done a variant lineup on our 18 tap lines for Dragon's Milk. I mean...
Jeez.
Just blow your mind nonsense. Hoptronix is their new core beer. The Mad Hatter is a white IPA. The Poet's an oatmeal stout. The Lost Dune, the Extra Time, and the Tangerine Space. I mean, that one's really good too. Some of the seasonals that I really like is the White Hatter, which is like the double one. Ichabod is their pumpkin beer. Ichabod's one of my favorite pumpkin beers.
Boy.
Yeah. Cabin Fever. New Holland does a Cabin Fever. So a lot of different ones out there. So
there's one more?
Yeah, we're forgetting the best one.
Uh-oh.
I know. Founders KBS. Everyone seeks it. Everyone wants it.
Highly coveted, is that what you're saying?
Highly coveted. To the point of, and I couldn't be more serious, we ourselves get 400 phone calls and signups for KBS from founders before we even get it delivered to our store.
400? Jesus
400.
Christ.
We had a list of 400 this year.
My God.
Now, to be fair, and we legitimately do this, we actually make one of our employees write down the 400 names and put them in a hat. Because we legitimately, when we say lottery, we really try to hold to that. We really do. And there might be, a few exceptions here and there, but 99.9% of the time, we're drawing names out of a hat for a lottery. So out of 400 people, 200 were able to take a bottle. Because that's all we were allowed
That's crazy.
to get for that season.
Now, do you think that if this was available more, like a widespread, more easily available, would there be that demand for it? Or is this a thing where it's like, this beer is really hard to get, so that makes people want it even more?
Well, this is it's an imperial stout. It is barrel aged.
Okay. And that's why they have to limit.
It's aged in oak barrels, oak bourbon barrels. So, like, the
never read
time
this.
it takes to actually make this beer, I don't want to say it would be impossible to make more, but it would take away from core beers, their other seasonals, and everything else. So they're really, like, I get where you're going. Like, would people want this as much if they couldn't? I'm going to say yes, maybe not as highly, but I think people would still be seeking it. Simply because this is the beer you bring to bottle shares. This is the beer that you bring to Christmas with the few uncles that want to appreciate beer with you. And you split a
Or
bottle.
aunties.
Or, yes.
So this smells like chocolate to me.
Totally, and I'm so glad you picked up on that. So it's brewed with a hint of coffee, vanilla. I totally get chocolate. Anytime you put coffee and vanilla together, chocolate is definitely the assumption in that. So yeah, it's an imperial stout brewed with coffee and vanilla, then aged in oak bourbon barrels. So this is just...
I can't wait to taste this.
I know, I've been letting it sit in my glass for a little bit here. I mean, the mouthfeel... The mouthfeel on this is so smooth. There isn't a single hop that resonates on my tongue. It's just silky, smooth, coffee, vanilla, and like the aroma to this is just...
This is heaven in a cup. Oh my God.
This is a dessert stout in my opinion.
Oh,
like a very
sure.
high-end dessert stout, which is definitely a new trend.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Very sweet.
Yeah. I can totally see why people are, taking off of work and standing in line for hours, because there's other stores that don't do a lottery, and like people are standing in line for hours and hours and hours and hours the previous night to the morning when people wake up in the hopes of getting a bottle.
See, now if you're smart, you wait until the people come out of the store with the highly coveted beer. Wait till they get around the corner and you knock them over the head with something and you take their beer.
So when I read about that in the news, you're going to be the first person I'm texting and being like, are you in jail? Was it you?
Damn it. I always give away my plans.
I know. I'm just looking out for you.
Loose lips sink ships, Trixie.
I'll just try to help get you out and explain that you were, temporary
insanity.
Temporary insanity.
Well, they're not going to buy that either. They're going to be like, wait.
Over alcohol? It's Wisconsin. Pull it together.
Come on, you drunk bitch.
Anyways, that totally wraps up the Michigan beers. But yeah, saved the big boy for last. I'm definitely going to be sipping him for a little while here.
Delicious. I want to wait, too. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit more. This is a beer that if you let it warm up, the better it gets, right?
Totally.
Man, when you pour it out of there, it's like the color of molasses.
It's black. You can't even see through it. Just craziness.
Oh, my God.
I think one of my favorite things about this, though, is that even though it's aged in oak bourbon barrels, you're not getting a disgusting amount of bourbon on your tongue.
Yeah, like some of them are so
It's a
boozy.
total afterthought. This one isn't boozy. This is something that I could actually sit without feeling like nauseous afterwards. And some of those super boozy ones,
Oh, yeah.
I have a hard time with.
Some of the boozy ones, like I'll take a drink and I have to go, like after you do a shot, you know?
I feel like putting the beer on ice.
Right.
That's how much bourbon is inside of some of those. You're
Yep.
like, where's my ice?
And some days I'm in the mood for that, and other days I'm not. But this and Buffalo Sweat might be my 2 favorite stouts.
Ooh, Buffalo Sweat. Nice.
Yeah.
This is one of the original bourbon barrel beers, too.
Oh, the
I don't want
OG.
to say they're not the first. They're one of the originals. So, yeah.
You know what an OG means?
No, inform me.
Original gangsta.
See, I learned 2 new things during this podcast today.
Yes! All right, so let's do the quick rundown here.
Okay, totally. We did Short's Brewery Bloody beer at 7% alcohol, total Bloody Mary beer. And then we went over to the odd sides in the Grand Haven, Michigan. We had a Citra Pale Ale, 5.75% alcohol.
Awesome fucking beer.
Oh, yes. And then New Holland Brewing Company, which is a double IPA, Hoptronix at 9%. That was our dank IPA that wasn't super sharp. And then we ended with Founders Brewing Company in Grand Rapids with their KBS. And that's originally, this year is 11.8% alcohol.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Enjoy, right?
Just pour me into the trunk when we're
I'll get
done.
a taxi for you.
I have a designated driver.
Yay, so responsible.
Sometimes. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for listening to Two Hopped Broads. Thank you for feeding me beer, Trixie.
Always.